Okay, hi guys, welcome back. So I haven't filmed for a while, but I've been working a lot. So I know I always say that, but I actually have been working a lot. So I've already been to the beach and walked Jinx this morning. So I'm probably just gonna read for the rest of the day. It is a Saturday and I have today and tomorrow off. So I thought we could reset my TBR cart. If you didn't know, I have a TBR cart and it's got wrapped books on it. It's sort of getting a bit empty, so I thought I would fill it up and then maybe we could do like a mini readathon. So maybe like a 12-hour readathon. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but we will try. Yeah, so I'll show you the books that I'm going to be adding to the TBR cart. I'm going to be wrapping them all up and adding them on and doing the numbering system again. So I just number all the books and then randomly pick a number out of a jar, and then that will be the book that we're reading. I feel like so far that I've been doing it, it's been helping me to get through my TBR, like a lot. I don't know why, but I did have a feeling it would help me, but I've only been reading the books that are unwrapped. Like I haven't read any other books except those. So yeah, so far it's working. So I'll show you guys that and we'll get into it. Okay, so this is the TBR cart that we're currently working with. I think I unwrapped a little bit too many over Christmas. I got a bit excited, so I'm gonna wrap up some of those. I didn't read like every single one. There's maybe like 2 or 3 books that were unwrapped that I didn't read. I'm just gonna wrap them back up again. These are all the books that I'm going to be adding on. So these are just some of the ones I've collected or had around, and then some of them are also like the second book in the series. This is a book that I'm currently reading. I am listening to it on audiobook to try and get through some of my TBR, but I only have that much left, so I'll probably be including the end of this in the readathon, probably via audiobook. Yeah, just to try and get through some of it. Okay, so I have updated the TBR cart, and this is what it's looking like. I did run out of paper, so this was like the max amount I could do, but we've got 42 books to choose from. And then basically what I did is I wrote down the numbers 1 to 42, and I put them in here, and then we can choose it. Choose one at random, and then that will be which book we're going to be reading. So I have 3 hours left on my audiobook of My Dark Desire, so I'll probably finish it either today or tomorrow. But I'm going to get into some like actual reading done. And this one here I am also going to read because it's a very short novella, and this was one of the ones that I had already opened. So it's about... So the first book, it's like an interconnected standalone. So the first book is called Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. And then this is about like the side characters. It's very short. It's only 120 pages. So I thought I would just smash that out today. Yeah. And with the readathon timer thing, I'm going to be doing 6 hours today and 6 hours tomorrow. And then I'll do more if I can. But I think that's a minimum that will get done, because this is my first time doing a readathon, so, and I don't have much time. I only have 2 days, so then I'm back to work. But yes, we'll keep reading. Okay, so I just finished Maybe Not by Colleen Hoover. It was good. It was really cute and sweet little romance. I'm not going to say too much about it because it's so short. But it happens alongside the first book, which is Maybe Someday. So it like happens in the same timeline. Yeah, like the sort of the start of the book actually. But yeah, it was cute, sweet. Probably 3 stars for this one. Um, I'm probably just gonna have something to eat now. I've got 2 hours left on the clock, and it's about 5 o'clock. So I'm gonna eat something and then feed the dogs and everything. And then we will pick a book from the TBR card using these. I'm very excited. Because I haven't unwrapped a book in so long from my card. So yes. Jinx, what are you doing? Jinx! Okay, so I'm at my mum's house and Jinx is being an absolute terror. She's trying to destroy the place. So that's a little bit distracting. And now she's spotted a spider. She can't quite reach him. Hopefully that keeps her entertained. Okay, so I've only got about 15 minutes left on the timer. And I made it to page 91. And I kind of forgot like how good this series is. I just really love this world, and these two characters, probably my favorite so far. So basically there is the girl, her name is Teddy, and she's single and she just lost her job. And then there's Gus, and he's a single dad, and he's currently struggling to look after his daughter like full time at the moment. And so he hires Teddy to help him around the house and things like that. So she's currently staying at his house and helping out, but they kind of hate each other for some reason. I don't know, they just always have, and they banter and just do things to piss each other off. And it's honestly so funny. I love it a lot. So yes, that's gonna be the end for today. So we got 6 hours done and then 1.5 books read. So we'll continue tomorrow. I might do a little bit more than 6 hours if I have time. And yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I just finished the last 15 minutes of the timer from last night, and I'm gonna restart the 6 hour timer. So I'm up to page 116 of Lost and Lassoed. So yes, I think we will get this finished today, and then I'll maybe finish the audiobook, and then hopefully I have enough time to start another book. I'm hoping we can pick another book off the card. Okay, so I just finished Lost and Lassoed, and we have 2.5 hours left on the timer. This book was so good. I knew it was going to be good. One, because the two main characters, Teddy and Gus, they are just like favorites from this world. But yes, obviously when she was staying with him, they got closer and stopped hating each other. We found out sort of why they had this love-hate relationship, and there wasn't really any like third act breakup at the end, which I really liked. There was some like conflicts in the end, towards the end, but then they were all resolved and everything was happily ever after. And then there was a nice setup for the next book, which is going to be about Cam and Dusty. But this is definitely 5-star read. The vibes were so good. There was horse riding and a lot of like trekking through like the Rocky Mountains, and I loved it so much. And Gus's daughter, Riley, she's super cute as well. And obviously I love Teddy. She's like very fierce, and it's sort of like Grumpy Sunshine, where he's the grumpy one and she's very outgoing and very loud, like center of attention type person. But overall, really good. Okay, so since we have some time left on the timer, I am gonna pick another book. It's about lunchtime, so I still have a couple of hours to do some reading. So I'm going to pick out of this container, and then I'll see what we get. And Jinx is coming over because she thinks there's something in it. Jinx, no. She might try and get that. So, oh my god, we have number 42. That's the very last book on the list. So it's from the back, so I'll grab that. Okay, it's a small paperback. I'm so scared to see what it is. Once again, I really hope we don't get another romance. But again, if we do, I'm not going to be like that mad. Okay. It doesn't look like a romance. First color. I see that. I don't know what it is yet. Oh my god. Okay, guys. I think this is more of a mystery, actually. I don't really know what it's about, but I know it's not a romance. And it's quite popular. So this one is called The Dry by Jane Harper. And it's actually written by an Australian author. It's set in Australia. It's I think it's like a mystery slash thriller. And this is apparently, I just read, it was her debut novel, and it's actually been turned into a movie. So that's really interesting. I had this on my TBR because I've heard that it's good. And obviously it's been turned into a movie, so it can't be that bad. And I've always wanted to read something by Jane Harper. So we will start this. I don't think I'm going to get this finished in 2.5 hours, but we'll try. The writing is actually pretty small, but we'll see. Okay, so it's the next day, and yesterday I actually did finish the readathon. So I read the whole 6 hours Saturday and then 6 hours Sunday. And I did get a decent way into this book, and I'll just tell you what it's about. So basically, the main character, he is a police officer who lives in Melbourne, and he just found out that, okay, just ignore Jinx, but he just found out that his childhood friend supposedly shot his family and then killed himself. And so he comes back to his small town, which is in a very remote area, and they're in a drought at the moment in Australia. And he goes back and he starts talking to some of the family, so the guy's family. and they don't think that he would have killed himself and his family like that. And so he starts to like investigate what's going on. And then at the same time, it also brings out some secrets that him and his friend lied about back in the day about another person's death, which was their friend. Yeah, so there's two sort of things we're trying to figure out. We don't know if they're related yet or not, but it's really interesting so far, and I'm really liking it. So yes, that's probably going to be the end of this video. I feel like I read a lot more than I usually would by actually doing the readathon, and like having the timer there. It's actually amazing how much you can actually get read when you are like being timed. So I felt like I was like pressured to read, and then I did a lot less doom scrolling on my phone. So yeah, and I got a lot of stuff read. So we read like 2.5 books. One was only short, but we read a full book in one weekend, which actually never happens to me. Usually I take like 2 weeks to read one book. So yeah, I feel like this was very successful, and I am going to keep reading this today, like just this morning, and I'll probably update you guys in the next vlog how this one goes, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, and that's going to be the end of this video. So thanks for watching, and Jinx is just playing with her toy.